I'm your host, Belly, and today's episode is about something powerful: storytelling. Now, you might be thinking, storytelling? Isn't that just for writers or children's books? Actually, no. Storytelling is one of the most effective ways to boost your English skills. Whether you're learning vocabulary, improving fluency, or connecting with others. So, let's dive in. Why storytelling matters in language learning. Storytelling is how humans naturally communicate. Think about it. When your friend asks, "How was your weekend?" you don't just reply with short, broken words like good, sleep, eat, work. That would sound robotic and empty. Instead, you share a mini story. "I went to the park, met an old friend, and we ended up talking for hours about our school days. It was such a nice surprise." That's storytelling. From the very beginning of human history, before writing even existed, people used stories to explain the world. Whether it was about the stars in the sky, the changing of seasons, or lessons about survival. Stories were our first classrooms. They carried wisdom, culture, and emotion from one generation to the next. And here's the exciting part. We still use storytelling every single day. When you tell a funny memory to a friend, share a problem at work, or explain why you were late, you're telling a story. You're not just listing facts. You're taking your listener on a little journey. Now, what does this mean for language learning? It means that storytelling is one of the most powerful tools to practice your English. Why? Because when you practice stories, you're not only learning grammar rules or memorizing vocabulary. You're learning how to connect ideas, emotions, events, and people with words. That's what real communication is all about. People don't remember lists of words. They remember how you made them feel, the images you created, and the moments you shared. So, let's make this practical. I want you to try a little exercise with me. Exercise 1, the 3-sentence story. Think of something simple that happened yesterday. Now tell it as a story in just 3 sentences. For example, yesterday I missed the bus on my way to work. While I was waiting, I met a neighbor I hadn't seen in months. We laughed about how both of us are always late. See? That's already a story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an ending. Exercise 2, add emotion. Now, take the same story and add one feeling. For example, yesterday I missed the bus on my way to work, and I was so frustrated. But while I was waiting, I met a neighbor I hadn't seen in months. Talking with her actually made me happy I was late. By adding emotion, your story becomes more human and more memorable. Exercise 3, practice with a partner or voice note. Tell your story to a friend or record it as a voice message. The more you practice, the more natural storytelling will feel. Remember, learning English is not just about words. It's about connection. And storytelling is the bridge that makes your language meaningful. So, what exactly does storytelling do for your English? Let's break it down. Expands vocabulary. Stories need descriptive language. You'll use words for actions: run, whisper, stumble. Emotions: excited, nervous, embarrassed, and settings: quiet park, crowded supermarket, noisy cafe. Improves fluency. Stories have a rhythm. Practicing them helps you speak smoothly instead of stopping after every word. Boosts memory. Our brains love stories. You might forget a grammar rule, but you'll remember the funny story your classmate told. Builds confidence. Sharing a story feels personal. The more you practice, the more you realize. People are listening to what you say, not counting your mistakes. Creates connection. People connect through stories. If you want to make friends, networking partners, or just have meaningful conversations, storytelling is your bridge. Now you're probably wondering, Okay, but how do I practice storytelling in English? Here are some simple steps. Step 1. Start small. Tell a 30-second story about what happened to you today. It doesn't need to be dramatic. Even, I missed the bus this morning and had to walk in the rain, counts. Step 2. Use the 3-part rule. Every story has a beginning. Set the scene, a middle, the action, and an end, the result. Even short stories feel complete when they follow this structure. Step 3. Add details. Instead of, I went to the store, say, I went to a crowded supermarket yesterday evening and the cashier smiled when I struggled to find the right coins. Details make stories alive. Step 4. Practice out loud. Don't just write your story, speak it. Record yourself, share it with a friend, or even talk to your mirror. The more your mouth gets used to the flow, the easier it becomes. Step 5. Listen and repeat. Audiobooks, podcasts, and movies are full of stories. After listening, retell the story in your own words. You don't need to remember every detail, just the main events. This builds both memory and speaking skills. Step 6. Level up with imagination. Once you're comfortable, create your own short stories. They can be funny, dramatic, or completely made up. Imagination gives you freedom to explore new words and expressions. Let me give you a quick example. Plain version, I was late for class. Storytelling version, yesterday morning my alarm didn't ring. I woke up 30 minutes late, quickly grabbed my bag, and ran to the bus stop. When I finally walked into class, everyone turned and looked at me. I felt so embarrassed, but at least the teacher laughed instead of getting angry. Do you hear the difference? The plain version is just information. The storytelling version paints a picture, adds emotion, and makes the listener feel the moment. That's the power of storytelling. Here are a few extra tips. Use dialogue. Even simple lines like, she said, hurry up, make the story dynamic. Play with tone and pauses. Emphasize key words and pause at exciting moments. This makes your story engaging. Keep it simple. You don't need advanced words. Clarity is better than complexity. Practice consistency. The more stories you tell, the more natural it feels. It's like exercising a muscle. You get stronger with repetition. So, the next time someone asks you a simple question, don't just answer. Tell a story. Make it short, clear, and alive with details. Practice this every day, and you'll notice your English becoming more natural, more memorable, and more powerful. Thanks for listening to today's episode. If you found this helpful, subscribe, like, and share it with a friend who's also learning English. And remember, your story matters. Keep telling it.